Hello, dear friends, ladies and gentlemen. This is Uncut Fishing, and this is midsummer evening. Let's check the time. 5:30, almost. And this is the stream. I never fished here. Haven't made a cast yet. So let's go. Oh, that's some start. Want to take it quickly so that it doesn't tangle in the net. It's not so simple. Oh man, are you bloody kidding me? Yeah. And hooking fish is like that. And now I have the line. This is it. I'll let you go, pal. Very, very healthy fish. What a fight. High 30s. I'd suppose something like 15 inches. And this was the first cast. Wanted to tell about the stream. As I said, never fished here. I expect there to be trout. Obviously, this sounds ridiculous now, but I think the population should be quite small. Again, this is actually a good spot, so yeah. This still is in sync, does not contradict my expectations. You know, first cast or not first cast, it's still just one take. We'll see how it goes. The stream, as you can see, is not a deep one, and actually I chose this stretch based on the photos on the map, expecting it to be shallower and faster. For some reason I thought it will be better, but it's maybe too shallow now. Current like this would be very interesting if the river ran higher. Then you could expect fish just in such a current next to the banks. You can expect them now as well in spots like that, but it's rather too shallow. Loose rocks on the bottom, not easy wading. Okay, yeah, so they are here. Very shallow, but yeah, there was a take. I'd say again a pretty decent fish, not large but not small. I mean, come on, they're at the surface. No, it doesn't want to come out again, so the spinner with a lot of weeds, reeds, grasses, maybe doesn't want it anymore. Yeah, but they like these sorts of spots, even if it's extremely shallow. Let's try the current. Again, need to retrieve by the surface in order not to hook grass. It's not so easy. I don't know, it could have be sitting actually in the current. Man. Okay, I'll leave it alone. There will be a lot of that. That's too short. But that second take especially forces me to use a very aggressive strategy. Everywhere is good enough. Even here. Could they be sitting in shallows like these? Obviously the answer is they could, but not often. Yeah, and it flattens out and immediately it's not very attractive. I don't know. Over lilies. Very. And immediately I catch some grass. Somehow I'm not a big fan of lilies. What is wrong? Are you kidding me? Okay. This will require some adjustments. No, no, no. No. No way. Okay. So the stream is flat and shallow. Where would they go? Closer to the banks? Are you kidding me? I just touched this branch and the line stick got stuck. There was a boulder on the bottom, didn't notice it. There should be pike in there, theoretically. It's so shallow, you could almost fish some surface lure, especially for pike. I need to get more surface lures. snagged something or not. Maybe not. Yeah, so there was current and trout were there. And this is different. I don't know, I cannot see anything here under the water. It could be some snag, but actually very fish-like. Yeah, most probably it was a fish. Yeah, there are no snags. That was definitely a fish. So a perch. I'm using the usual Mapsaglia TW copper colored number 3. Oh, again. What's that? Seemed like a fish, but it's a snag, unfortunately, and doesn't look like a mild one. Those are good spots. Nothing comes out. Can you hear it? Buzzes in the air. I suppose those are bees that found this linden, which is still in bloom. I cannot see them, I can only hear them. Yeah, this is a pretty cool stream, but I think now is not the time. Even though I got these two extremely quick takes, that was an extraordinary spot. Some fly wants to get on YouTube. they manage to stick so much? Okay. So yeah, trout definitely confirmed. This one ran into the grass and, well, I just pulled the spinner out of its mouth. Maybe we can have a good ending. Yeah, those are good undercuts, but barely any space to work with. What was that? Is that a grass? It's probably that trout. Yeah. Not a deep take, but clipped some blood vessels. I don't know if you saw it. Forgot to show it to you, but yeah, there was some blood, so just wanted to release it quickly. Low 30s, maybe mid 30s even. At least 13 inches, I suppose. The one that got off was similar. Yeah, and the spot, those are the spots. And the ones that we checked, the slow ones, the slow and deep ones, they were also very good, but I suspect fish were not in the mood there. I suspect so, I don't know. These faster bits, they seem to be better. Even if it's very shallow. It's painfully shallow. But this is again pretty nice. But after those two takes I sort of don't expect a third one. Still want. No, it's just I had a couple of good casts. Maybe one more. No. Okay, still a couple of opportunities there. That's a nice run. They, I think, are not very willing to go into the open, but this is a good opportunity. There was a tiny one following and looked like trout. Yeah, it had some spin. Nothing came out. 5 centimeters too long. This is too short. Oh, oh, okay. Strange, it's not coming out again. It could have moved there. No, it's not coming out again. So very spooky. It definitely didn't touch the spinner. But saw me probably. I don't know. take, but didn't feel large. No, it's actually pretty nice. Oh, come on. No. So I'm out of luck all of a sudden. Two fish that I cannot hook. Yeah, they are pretty picky. No, this one already had enough. That's a pity. Okay, a few more casts and I will need to wrap it up. Oh, come on. Do I need a landing net? Very pretty trout. Come on, relax, I need to take this out. It will require the use of pliers. Here it is. I don't know if you saw it. Yeah, so the stream is, at least today, definitely about the current. It could have something to do with the water temperature. The amount of oxygen decreases automatically as the temperature rises. And there's another one, smaller one. And maybe that's why they are in the current, but on the other hand there may be not many of them, and in that case they have a choice where to sit, and then of course the current, for the reason that I just mentioned, may seem attractive. Let's see, do we have any more interesting spots? This is too wide. This is too wide, and with that fish I will wrap things up. Let's see. We could check maybe those rocks, but this is not the type of spots that work today. Okay, so it was actually pretty good. Pretty good for new water. I'm glad you joined me. This was Uncut Fishing, folks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.